Good evening, esports fans. Welcome to Lawrenceburg High School. Today we're going to have, hold on, checking my notes. Yeah, we're going to have Lawrenceburg High School SSBU versus St. Joseph Huskies. The St. Joseph Huskies are currently 2-2 in their season, while your Lawrenceburg Tigers are just 0-4. They are looking to make a comeback for the remainder of the season because we only have this round and next week, and then we're done for the semester. Then we'll reset and do our good stuff next semester. You know how it is here. We love everything here. Um, Before we get too far into things, I would like to thank some of our sponsors. You saw them on the previous screen. Benta Electrical Contractors, Alta Fiber for making the season absolutely amazing and everything we could have wished for. And also for the Lawrenceburg High School administration. Thank you guys so much for making this all possible. And I'll address the elephant in the room now. A very different setup than what you guys are familiar with. This is the directing desk, if that's what you want to call it. This is where I usually sit, or it's where Colin would usually sit if you guys are familiar with our streams. But since we don't have people that are available, you're going to have me shoutcasting, changing scenes around, operating music. I'm just your go-to guy here. I'll also be looking at chat, so if y'all are saying anything bad, I have to ban you. Don't say anything bad, okay? We're also going to be seeing a new setup. You guys don't know what I mean. I mean, new camera, new overlays, new almost everything. So if there are technical difficulties, apologies for that. But you're still going to see some really good SSBU gameplay from some really good kids. In my opinion, probably some of the best kids you're ever going to meet. And I believe checking things out now, our roster for the Lawrenceburg High School Tigers. We have Chuckus, just Oliver. I'm assuming, yeah, his name's just Oliver. We also have White Fox, and then we got Grookey. Your normal starters, that's going to be your Chucks is going to be your Wolf. You're going to see White Fox being your Aegis slash Pyramithra. You're going to see Oliver playing either Pokemon Trainer or Falco, and you're going to see Grookey either playing. I saw them practicing Corrin a lot in the practice room, but I also know that they have a really good Ridley as well. That's one of their most favorite characters, and I think it kind of works for the map. The map choice this week is Final Destination to start things off. So for those of you that don't exactly know what Final Destination is a map with no platforms. So if you play fighting games at all, you should know that. Sorry, guys, I just got some notifications. Excuse me for 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So, Final Destination. It is the map that is just plain nothing going on with it. There's no platforms, no moving gimmick. It's the definition of a fighting game stage. So traditional fighting games have walls and the single platform. There's nothing else to work with. So it really does show your fundamental knowledge and also your gameplay knowledge as well. So when you're in a matchup, you just need to know how to deal with the matchup and not deal with the stage. So that, in my opinion, is what makes it one of the best stages in the Super Smash Bros. Roster or just in Super Smash Bros. History. I think that that stage itself is a really good test to see if you know what you're doing. I know some people at Lawrenceburg did not really know exactly how to play on FD. So for those of you that don't know, currently I am the League of Legends esport head coach, and I'm also one of the streaming directors here, getting all this good stuff set up. But something else is that when I did go to this high school, I was the resident fighting game player. So I played characters like Terry and Kazuya, which these two on FD, it's like their playground. Sorry, it's like their playground. They are able to run the map with ease. They're able to, because their movement is very restricted. So it made it really, really good for them. So it forced me to adapt in the opposite way to um to other stages. Um okay, and I'm getting final confirmation. Yeah, that everyone's getting in and we're setting up the arena now. Okay, cool, 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 cool. It's gonna be an earlier stream. I don't know if you could tell on the scorecard or whatever. It said starting at 5. That's just stuff wasn't finalized until later on. So we're starting at 4. And from what I can see on my monitor, we are starting just about now. It looks like we're just finalizing stage selection and also character pick as well. Okay. But yeah, so I think some a lot could happen on this. It is such a bare bones stage and a bare bones setup that we have going on. Anything could really happen. But for the St. Joseph Huskies, for their roster, we have unlisted here Bread, Peter George, John, and Joy Mink. I had a little bit of conversations with some of the other coaches and the players, and I had my opinions on what I think they're going to play. So we're going to hope that they're right, that my opinions are right, and we're going to hope. And it looks like we're getting into the game. Alrighty, and let's see. Right off the bat, we have an Aegis versus Pokemon Trainer. Traditionally it's not that common of a matchup, I don't think. Pokemon Trainer very much is a very versatile pick, and then you have Aegis, who's just able to get in there and also deal a whole lot of damage at the same time. Definitely I paid $5.99 for my character, and I'm going to use the $5.99. Already, we're seeing a decently dominant start from the St. Joseph player, just not letting Oliver, our Pokemon Trainer player, move at all. Already up to 90%. And just now, Oliver's been able to touch this touch the Pyra. 50%, 66%. This up air chain, absolutely amazing. And there goes the Nair, 87%, trying up the score already. Oliver's really putting in work on this stage, but you have to be careful when you're playing Ivysaur or even Pokemon Trainer period without Charizard. You could be killed at just 60%, and there goes the side B from the Mithra, 121, almost able to kill. The uppy not able to just hit the recovery, but can make it back onto stage. Getting dashed onto the other side, and that's going to be the spike. First stock going over to St. Joseph. And resetting here, looks like the Pokemon Trainer not wanting to stay on this Charizard for long, which makes sense because you just have the Mithra. The Nair Chain side B, very punishable move. That'll be a grab into up air combo, but then not much else because Squirtle infamously does struggle to kill, especially on this map when you don't have those platforms to work with. Down air into side B just won't connect. There goes the down throw, and then into the read on the up smash. Really, really well done by the Pokemon Trainer. But then the raw forward smash coming out from the Pyra, taking him out at just 50%, making it a 2-stock to 1. Just 1 stock lead, but you have to be careful. When playing against this Pokemon Trainer, anything could happen. You could be taken out at just some sort of gimmick like Ivysaur spikes. Those could kill you at like 50%. You have to look out for that stuff. But it looks like the down throw up tilt not connecting. But Oliver trading back his own down throw forward air combo with this Squirtle. 48% against the 55 on the Aegis, but still an entire stock down. He's got to be careful and make as much use out of this percentage that he has, as much life as he has. That Nair from Pyra will connect. The Razor Leaf not exactly finding its target. Nair out of shield and then punishing it with the side B. Really well done, and there goes the back air. Impeccable DI coming out from Oliver. 118%. 132 now. He's got to find a way to land. He gets back on. Gets back onto stage with no worries. Forward tilt, not the most killing move. Nair will call out the regular getup out of the Aegis uppy to recover. Getting back onto stage, the uppy out of shield will do it. And that will be the first member of Lawrenceburg High School being taken out here. Only taking out one stock from this Aegis. We'll see. I guess we'll see what Lawrenceburg has for some sort of counterpick. There's not much that I could think of off the top of my head. Looks like they're still deciding on who to go in replacement for Oliver. Oh, and they're apparently St. Joseph is just ready. They're just so ready to play. They're so eager, but Lawrenceburg still trying to figure out their counterpick. When thinking about counterpicks, you could run the Aegis versus Aegis matchup. It's like 100% skill based, but I don't know if White Fox will be entirely prepared for this Aegis, and it looks like that is White Fox Kara sitting down on the desk. This will confirm the Aegis versus Aegis matchup, the mirror matchup. How well could you fight your own worst enemy, aka your own I paid $5.99 to win character? Honestly, looking at this matchup, there's not much that can really be said about this. This is like playing in a fighting game tournament and playing against somebody that has the exact same character as you. Sorry, I'm just reading some messages. I'm getting a lot of messages in here. Alright, so now, typical crew battle fashion, we have to have St. Joseph member walk off stage, and it looks like White Fox getting really in there, but then the grab from the Mithra, the foresight dodging out, but just getting hit by the side B anyway. A second side B with the dash attack punishing that whiff. The get up attack on ledge. A lot of really fast gameplay. You really have to adapt when you're in this solo matchup. The side B just won't be able to recover. Unfortunate from White Fox on the Lawrenceburg side. And that'll be another St. Joseph stock. This starter is really being dominant against Lawrenceburg High School. The side B, so much is happening. The stream just doesn't know how to keep up with it. The forward air chains will come out, the nair out of the pyro on St. Joseph, but then the neutral B not being able to connect. The whiff, so many whiff punishes happening back and forth. The down air not hitting the sweet spot, and that'll be another stock taken out from Lawrenceburg, going to St. Joseph. 5 stocks already being taken. That'll be the Mithra side B, not finding a whole lot of damage. Side B yet again. Had to find some way to punish this, but I don't think missing that up B will necessarily be the case. That'll be another side B. And that'll be side B out of the Pyra now. The up B at 101 just does not kill yet. Finding their way back on the stage, 75%. White Fox really needs to find some way to get... Oh, no, unfortunately, that's the up B out of Pyra. Yet again, the back air, 110%, and that's them falling straight to their doom. And that's the second member of Lawrenceburg High School taken out. What do you do if you're on this receiving end of the Aegis? You need to find some way to overcome the... I don't know, it's the powerhouse that is the St. Joseph starter. And it looks like White Fox still sitting down. The rest of the team might be discussing. I can almost guarantee it's going to be Grookey, our Ridley player, coming out and hopefully shedding some light and showing us the light at the end of the tunnel as well. But now I guess we just wait and see what happens. There's not really much else that can be done. Sorry about this. It's again, when it's only me running everything, it's just I have Yeah, when it is just me doing everything, it's a lot to be able to message and do everything else. But we swear we're trying our best here. Um, and it looks like the Corin. Yeah, and it looks like the Corin being picked. I guess you don't want to pick Ridley into this matchup because then you just get juggled repeatedly and repeatedly up, down, all around. You could think this is a basketball court, how far away you could go. But it looks like the Aegis from St. Joseph starting off real hot, still looking for this 20%. The punish from the side B. All right, and it looks like a lot of percentage being taken out, and there's the stock coming out from St. Joseph. Yet again, so many stocks taken out by just a single player. That'll be the counter not connecting. Is unfortunately in the air. The Corin counter just doesn't do much. Holding shield, the down air punish. Side B won't connect, won't find anything. The counter read gets punished by the grab. Forward throw into the up air chain again. That's two. Can't find the third one, but unfortunately, sword characters do have short hands, so that last Corin counter just will not. And that'll be another stock taken out from this starter. We're already at 4 stocks to 11. It is not. All right, it looks like just standard sword game gameplay, but tied percentage, and that is the DLC privilege right there. The counter should have connected there, but it just doesn't find anything, unfortunately, from the. I don't even know what to say about that. That is just unfortunate. That is now. We're now down to our last person for Lawrenceburg High School against St. Joseph's on just one person. This one. Okay, now this will be Chuckus taking the chair for the last hope of Lawrenceburg High School. And this will be the Wolf lock-in. Okay, definitely a character that he's been practicing a lot more recently. But I don't know. It's when you are the anchor, you really want some sort of comeback mechanic. You want something to hold on to when you're at such a deficit. Lawrenceburg in total at 3 stocks, and St. Joseph still holding strong at 11. And if this Aegis player is just the start, it could mean a real rude awakening from the rest of Lawrenceburg High School, which is Chuckus on this Wolf, and the taunts coming out, the laser finding 10%, but then this Aegis coming in hot already, a big 30%, still continuing at 53. Nothing more after that, except for a little bit of a rapid jab going through to 67. Wolf being able to recover back on the stage, the neutral get up, the jab canceling out the grab. Forward air change from the Wolf, the up smash, the up smash out of shield, down air into the side B. Now, unfortunately, that reflector does not do much, especially when the up B just cannot be reflected, but impeccable DI out of Chuckus. That's 119%. The Wolf Flash finding its target, and the shield. That would have been a really good read if it did connect, but that will be the punish from the or sorry, the up B from the Aegis and the up tilt coming from the Wolf as well. Wolf Flash back throwing him back onto stage. Not something that you would normally see. The grab just will not find anything at just 100%. Nothing much can be done about that. The up B from the Mithra, and that'll be Mithra neutral B, taking out the first stock and the double parry. There's only 2 characters in the game that are able to double parry, and it is Mithra and it's Greninja. And even that, you have to have really good coordination with yourself. It is really hard to do something like that unless you're just mashing it. If you're mashing it, then you're just fake. But that'll be the side B coming out from the Pyra. And just so many up air chains, keeping this Wolf in the air exactly where you wanted. The rapid jab at 91%. Up B not finding it. And then that'll be him getting back onto the ledge. The back throw. Impeccable DI out of the Aegis. Up B getting him back onto the stage. The side B usually leaving you in a really, really vulnerable position, but just not here. And that'll be the Wolf or I guess you could call that an SD because he didn't up B in time. And that'll be the neutral B out of the Mithra, not connecting onto its target. 154%, really, really good kill percent here. And then that'll be the Wolf, almost SD again. The Wolf Flash gets read out by the neutral B. Wolf Flash again onto shield, just cannot punish me. And that'll be the dash attack, taking out this stock. But still, Wolf has so much more ground to cover. And unfortunately, the down air up smash will spell disaster for this Lawrenceburg High School roster. Unfortunately, getting game 1 taken out of their hands. And now, I wonder what they're going to do about this. Okay, we are going to cut to a little bit, just a brief 30-second break. That way I can go talk to the team to see where their head's at and everything else. So don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back, all right? All right, and welcome back, everyone. After a little bit of talk and discussion with the oh, hold on one second, guys. I do have to. Oh no. Hold on one second, guys. I will be. Oh wait. Nope. Okay. I will be right back, guys. I have to. Oh wait. Maybe our other coach. Yep. Our no. Okay. I will be right back, guys. I gotta go fix. Come on. Yes. Okay. You guys couldn't see it, but like on my other monitor where I can see what was about to be streamed, they were about to stream like our entire setup. It was not. It was not gonna look pretty. So me being the tech guy that I am, I was thinking that had to have me run over there and do its whole thing. But it's okay. We're all good now. We're all good, guys. So, after discussion with the entire team, they have decided that they're going to go to Kalos Pokemon Stadium for their counter pick. Kalos is almost the opposite of FD, except for there's platforms on the upper side. So there's the entire stage here, and there's platforms on the upper sides. And the top, it's really, really high. And it looks like we're getting into the game now. And it looks like a Terry, a very interesting character that granted, we only saw one character out of St. Joseph on this last round, but we'll see how well Lawrenceburg High School can, I don't know, make do with what they have. And it looks like Terry doing some really, really good confirms that forward tilt into the crack shoot. Really, really good burst combo. The get up attack on ledge. On the shield, you just cannot punish Terry on the shield. That's the jab, power dunk. The power dunk not being the input version, actually. Just being the regular old power dunk. Not doing as much damage, not doing as much knockback. And that's also, yet again, another non-input move. That was the burn knuckle, not being the inputted move either. But this pivot grab will get Ivysaur back onto the stage. 133% onto this Ivysaur with just 20 onto this Terry. And Terry taking a quick stock out of Oliver, the Pokemon trainer. And I don't know, it's really, really hard. But especially when you read the non-get-up from Terry getting punished by that, getting whiff punished by Oliver with the down throw and the down smash, the parry, was about to not make any work, but that will be the forward tilt into the crack shoot confirm. Yet again, just not letting Oliver breathe. Nair into burn knuckle as well. Just not much else that can really be done about this. And some more up air chains. When you're in this amazing situation, and unfortunately, the miss punish from Oliver, thinking that Terry's going to land more in front of him instead of right on top of him. Not much you could do about that, but Terry trying to go for an up smash, not punishing anything at all. The Psy-B, the Flare Blitz coming out from the Charizard. Up B, getting him back onto the stage, but that'll be the jab, power dunk, and that'll take the second stock out of Oliver, leaving Terry just now at 100%. Now he's go meter. That is not what you want to see, especially when you're on this Squirtle, and that'll be a bunch of crack shoot. It looks like he's just trying to get some sort of input going down tilt into burn knuckle, and that'll finally be the Buster Wolf coming out from this Terry, but Oliver shielding it. He knows for a fact that is not a command grab. And that is not safe on shield. And now Oliver looking seemingly being in the driver's seat now. The Buster Wolf miss yet again. And that'll be the Power Geyser. The quick 3-stock coming out from St. Joseph. Now Lawrenceburg has to try to find some sort of... Sorry, just have to... Okay. Sorry about that, but that'll be a really quick 3-0 coming out from St. Joseph. Now, I wonder what Lawrenceburg is going to be doing. It looks like they're going to be setting in White Fox. Yet again, this will be the Aegis coming out, I'm sure. I don't think she has any, unless she has a surprise second character that I don't know of, but it looks like it will be the Aegis locked in. Aegis, traditionally speaking, is actually Terry's worst matchup. It is really, really hard for Terry to be able to get in because he sometimes just struggles against sword characters, but it's especially hard when you have a character with as much burst and also more speed than Terry. So he's going to be able to. Okay. Anyway, now we're gonna be getting into the match. Kalos. They originally picked this stage. It's just not that good of a stage for Terry. But already some quick jab confirms, already up to 91%. We just started the game and already she's at really good kill percent for Terry. Terry just not letting up, and the side B will not connect. That'll be a 0 to death coming out from St. Joseph. The forward tilt into crack shoot as well. Still connecting, another raw crack shoot. 38% of stock down. White Fox has not even touched this Terry. Down tilt into burn knuckle, the inputted version. That'll be way more damage than the original one. That'll be 72 damage on the board for this Terry Power Wave, making the gap even further for White Fox. She has to find some way to get in. Jab, jab into burn knuckle. Okay, definitely not a traditional combo. The pivot grab into the back throw. Not sending her as far, just at 130, 143 now. Trying to find something with that up B, but just not finding any sort of opening now. But as soon as you do find that opening, White Fox will get the 59%. But she's still 100% down as far as percentage goes, and that'll be another stock taken out as well from Lawrenceburg. Have to find some way to close the gap. Have to find some way to make some sort of miracle happen. That'll be the crack shoot yet again coming out. The jab not connecting into anything. The nair coming out from White Fox. We'll find a lot of chip damage, but unfortunately you don't need chip damage here. You need to find some lethal damage here. 87%, and that'll be the up B, making it all the way up to 99. Another up B, but shielding that. Jab, jab into crack shoot. That'll be a 78%. Switching over to the Pyro, which is the right call. You need to find some way to kill him now. That'll be the side B out of Mithra. And the dash attack from Terry will miss. And that'll be the back air coming through for the Terry. Another 3-stock coming out from St. Joseph. This is not what we would have expected to see, especially when they're just the 9th seed. That just shows that sometimes seeding just does not matter at all. Sometimes seeding could just mean the littlest bit of information. All right, so let's see. It looks like they're still trying to figure out who they're going to send. I can imagine they're probably going to send in Grookey. I can imagine that we're probably going to see... Korn is pretty well a even matchup for the Terry, but it's also... And the Ridley isn't that good either, but I think the Ridley skill gap is just wider, but it looks like the Korn will be locked in, trying to see if they can make some sort of gap and close, I guess, because we are currently down 6 stocks to 12. Unfortunate from the side of Lawrenceburg, but we'll see if Grookey can make some sort of magic happen. Even on a map like Kalos, literally anything can happen. And 3, 2, 1. All right, and starting off on the gate strong, that's already 59%, but Terry being the type of character he is just a big rush down burst character. He will find something, but the shield almost being broken from that Corey neutral or Cora neutral B. 61% oh, sorry, I was taking a drink. That'll be 99% coming in for this Corin, and Terry still not letting up. The parry coming through, down tilts onto the shield, a really safe move on shield, but will be punished by the forward smash out of this Corin on Grookey. And Uppy just won't be able to make it back onto the stage. Unfortunately, that's just one thing about playing a sword character. You just don't have that good of a recovery. But now this is Terry on this go meter. You do not want to be in the receiving end of anything this man has to offer. He's going to be screaming, "Are you okay?" But unfortunately, that Buster Wolf will miss if you are on the side of St. Joseph. And now Corin trying to find some way to punish. But 138 on this Terry. Just spamming out moves, hoping that something will connect. Grookey not finding any sort of success either. The Buster Wolf not being able to connect as well. Side B being punished by the grab down throw, but no other conversion will happen. 150% max rage coming out from this Terry. If Terry can somehow find his way onto this corner, this will be disastrous. Just one little hit, one little opening, and that's going to be the drop shield into the Buster Wolf. A really big chunk of damage, surprisingly didn't kill, and now this one will surely kill, and that'll be another stock taken out from, and that'll be St. Joseph losing their first stock of the game. The Corin, I believe that was up air, I believe. We'll find one stock. Hopefully this will be the start of closing the gap, and it looks like some sort of momentum buildup will happen. The two down tilts into the up B. That's an interesting combo at 20%. But then the 75%, unfortunately, not much else that Corin can really do about this. Corin just has to find some way to get Terry off of their back. But Terry just being so oppressive, and these conversions from Corin just aren't connecting. These down air and forward toe conversions just are not connecting. But that will be Terry landing into the neutral B mouth charge out of Corin. Neutral B shot being shot the other way, but that'll be the dash tag being read by the Corin. But unfortunately on Kalos, that just does not kill, even at such high a percent. 113, that'll be the go meter online, and Buster Wolf already being utilized so early on. And I'm sure right here we're going to see the jab into a crack shoot. A really, really missed opportunity to find some sort of kill. And that will be the taunt coming out from St. Joseph, but then Grookey responding to that taunt in such good fashion, taking out that stock as well. But that will be Terry having to find some sort of way to get back in there. At 145, Grookey does have max rage, but then that'll be the charged up B. And on Kalos, that's still able to kill at 150%. Now, the last member for your Lawrenceburg High School is going to be Chuckus. I'm wondering if Chuckus is still going to pull out that wolf, or if he has or if he has another pick. I know in the past he's played Sephiroth, he's played Sephiroth, he's played Joker, he's played a bunch of characters with these comeback mechanics that they really do need. All right, sorry about that. Just communicating with my director, because she's just absolutely complimenting me on such a great job that I'm doing solo, of course. But this will be the Sephiroth, exactly what I was talking about. You need this kind of comeback mechanic, especially when you have such a large deficit in order to overcome. For those of you that do not know, Sephiroth does have a comeback mechanic called Wing, and whenever you're at high enough a percent, your moves will get super armor, you'll get an extra jump, you'll just get so many opportunities to do something. Hopefully, to carve some hole in this advantage that St. Joseph does have. But Terry being very relentless. He is Chokis has definitely practiced with this matchup a lot. He has played against me so many times. He knows exactly what these kind of conversions can do. And even then, 57% off of just one interaction coming from this Terry. But then the miss punish being able to shield just at the nick of time for him. And then the down tilt being punished by Sephiroth's counter, arguably one of the most broken counters in the entire game. That up B, the charged up B being punished by the forward smash again, snapping your fingers, but the Skittles just will not connect because Terry will be able to shield that. 80%, 96% not being able to kill just yet. The stream just doesn't know how to keep up with it. The dash attack will not connect, but that will be the go meter. The miss power geyser coming out from that Terry as well. Burn Knuckle not exactly finding the kill, but will find the target 100% exactly on Chuckus here. Pressure onto the shield, and that'll be the charged up B, not getting the kill just yet, but that will be wing activated for the Sephiroths, but it just doesn't matter. Terry's damage output is just so good, but that will be the forward smash, being able to find that stock on St. Joseph's. Is the first member this game that has been taken out this game. Now, looking more at their roster, looking more to what St. Joseph could do, we have no idea two of the members, and if memory does serve me right, the only member that we saw from the last game, assuming that is not the Terry as a repeat character, but it's also could easily just be somebody switching off into another character. But if it's not, then you have to deal with this Aegis plus two other players, and both those players have been very relentless in their opportunities to engage, in their opportunities to just find any sort of percent that it could be possible. Let's see, in the character match, we'll be locked in, and then it'll be the Ken. This has to just be a big fighting game, like, frenzy. But Chuck is going in, having to take out 9 stocks with Justice 2. Definitely, it's looking grim, but it's not looking impossible. Looking at the bright side, he is playing Sephiroth, which is a $5.99 character. We paid to play this game, apparently. And he does have that wing. He does have a really good comeback mechanic. So we'll see if something like that, and especially when you're at the stock deficit, it's even easier to trigger in this kind of matchup. And this Ken just not showing the same sort of aggression that this Terry once had. This down smash just not finding the shield break from this Sephiroth. Hadouken's coming out, not finding the chip damage, 32%, 43%, and that is another true combo into the Hadouken as well. The cross legs, not finding anything, but unfortunately that little confirm is just too high of a percent. And then the read from Chuckus onto his short, his Shoryuken as well. Sorry, I could not remember the move. The Giga Flare Blitz will not find its target, but that Shoryuken will find the target. That'll be Chuckus on his last stock, trying to make some sort of work. The parry coming through, not finding anything just yet. The up smash, or up B out of shield, the up tilt, getting him right into the air, but on Cal's, you just don't want to do that, and that'll be the down B, the focus conversion, and already at just 49%, we have this wing activated and this wing online, and that'll be the jump into the Nair from Chuckus, finding that stock. It's still looking really bad. You're at just 60% against the Ken. The Ken really being able to kill so well on this map as well. Hadouken's coming out left and right. The forward tilt to try to space. 3 skills being put onto this Ken. The forward tilt. And then just reading the neutral getup. That'll be a really big damage lead coming through. And that'll be the up smash taking out Ken. Again, the stock lead is now tied up. But 74%, there is definitely room for error to be made here. And then the up special off stage. That is just another SD coming out from St. Joseph. Really, really good from what you want to see out of Chuckus right now. Chuckus is playing, he's not playing with any sort of fear, ladies and gentlemen. He is playing like he has 3 stocks left alive. He's playing like he is the first person. He is not letting up. But he still cannot get comfortable. He is just on 1 stock against 2 members of St. Joseph, still waiting in the wings. And that could easily be the Mithra, or it could be the Aegis coming through as well. Just wondering what kind of, and it looks like a really easy pick, and that'll be the Bowser. Bowser online, definitely not what you want to see if you are Chuckus, or are even on the receiving end of a Bowser pick at all. I guess we'll just have to see if Gabe can make some form of magic happen, but he has to take out 2 stocks right off the bat. Okay. The taunts coming through, the teabag a little bit. Hopefully that was just a friendly teabag, nothing more. The up smash out of shield will be able to connect 28% right off the gate. That's exactly what you want to see when you are this Bowser. Again, the stream just not being able to keep up with this relentless abuse from either side. And it looks like the forward airs yet again coming out. The up B raw just on the center of stage. Up throw just not being able to find the conversion. This Bowser has to be very careful. And same with Chuckus. Chuckus also has to be really careful, especially with the down smash. On the other side, the forward air will be read out by that counter. Giga Flare not finding what you need, but then not dropping through the platform. Gabe will just miss that forward smash as well. And then the forward smash from the Bowser on the other side of stage, taken to the other end of the stratosphere. And that will be a pretty decent 2-0 coming up from St. Joseph. Not what you exactly expected to see in that sort of matchup. But again, really, really good plays from both sides. Lawrenceburg not giving up any little plays that they could have made. They've really made do with the deficit that they did have to overcome, and really, really well played from the side of St. Joseph as well. Really, really well played from both sides, and that is exactly what we look to do here. But with a really quick stream at just under 1 hour, arguably one of the quickest streams that we've had, some of the quickest streams that we've had yet. But again, I was your caster, Connor, LHS stream director. We'd like to give another really big thank you to our sponsors at Altafiber, Bento Electrical Contractors, and also the Lawrenceburg High School Administration for making this entire year possible. And make sure to check us out tomorrow, where hopefully we won't have this set up. We'll have everything working tomorrow, and it's going to be our first Mario Kart stream as well. So, without further ado, I was your caster. It was really nice being here solo. Really lonely, but it was really nice. But again, I will see you guys later. Have a good night, everyone.